Founded in 1897, San Diego State University is one of the premier research universities in the country and is currently ranked in the top 60 public universities. At San Diego State, students from all backgrounds are achieving academic excellence. SDSU is ranked number 7 nationally for ethnic diversity and is among the top 25 most LGBTQ-friendly campuses in the nation. Through opportunities such as international cultural events, Arts Alive SDSU performances, as well as a wide variety of study abroad and intercultural relations programs, students are part of a diverse community that understands what it means to be a responsible global citizen.
More than 52% of the students are students of color. The university is nationally recognized for veterans programs that serve more than 3,000 veterans and their families.
That I really enjoy is the diversity that can be found in the classrooms or even on campus.
I absolutely love San Diego State University because I have been here since 1999, and I knew the instant I came here, I definitely operate on the feeling. And I had this incredible feeling from this campus and from the faculty with respect to everybody is excited to learn, everybody's welcoming of different perspectives and different backgrounds. And that adds so much more energy and diversity into the classroom, and it makes teaching a lot more fun. And I really think it makes the whole class and education experience a lot more rewarding. So I'm very happy here. Everything you do when you move on is out of the classroom. So when you're working outside of the classroom, you're working in the community where you'll be working in your field. Or you're working out of the classroom, you're working in parks and in natural resources, or with the kind of people and in the kind of environments you want to be, and you're learning about the real world context. So I think research experiences, field experiences, special studies, really give you tremendous insight into your career path and give you much better tools for exactly how you're going to be working in those environments because you're familiar with them.
San Diego State has a lot of mental health and other resources, but I just don't feel like they're properly advertised. So I feel like there are plenty of resources, mental health, there's career services, advising, there's all these services available, but they're not properly advertised, so students don't know about them to use them.
I think funding plays a role, but I would say that there are funding opportunities on campus. The issue is finding them and also having the time to apply for them. I think a lot of professors are very pressed for time, and while we might have grand ideas of doing all these wonderful projects with students, it's really hard to make them happen. There's the logistics, there's the lack of training. A lot of professors don't get any educational training, so we don't know how to do these cool hands-on projects. You might need a van, and you might not have access to a van to take students places. Your classes are taught in short 1 hour, 2 hour periods, and students have other classes that are back to back, so if you want to take them off campus, you have to do it on the weekend, but a lot of students have jobs, so there's all sorts of logistical issues.
And our students have sort of different socioeconomic capabilities, like in what they can participate, and so you hate to design a field trip that isn't something everyone can access, both with respect to their time and their funding. So, I think the logistics of funding are challenging, and it would be great if there were some opportunities for that.
I think that ultimately the focus is on the students to graduate faster, which I think is actually more in the benefit of the university, not so much the students. With the lack of education and actually learning the necessary skills for our future jobs, it's really not benefiting at us. The only benefit that we receive as a student is it's less expensive.
I think the idea sounds really great on paper, But once it starts impeding on the quality of my education, I think that's where I would get a little scared and would hope that the administration would ensure that those kind of things wouldn't happen.
I personally think the larger classrooms affect like students negatively, because the smaller classrooms you get to build like more intimate relationships with your professors, because you get to ask them the questions, they get to answer back right away, and if nobody understands a concept then you kind of keep working on that. In larger classrooms there's a lecture that needs to be done and they just go with that lecture. You don't really get time to answer your answers question.
A lot of the classes are pretty large, but because of this, I feel like I haven't been able to make or maintain any sort of meaningful relationships with my professors, which is something that's usually needed for grad school and other research opportunities, but classes are just so big that you have to be aggressive and actually go forth and introduce yourself outside of class time to form a connection.
If I have a really big class, it's very difficult for me to engage with all of my students. It's difficult for me to be an administrator with all those students. It's difficult for me to give good feedback on all of their papers. And I think a lot of professors are more inclined to do Scantron multiple choice exams because it takes up less time. But I know most professors want to be good teachers. We want to do a good job. I think if we had more faculty on campus, we could have more small classes, and in small classes we get to know our students, we have hands-on experiences, we can do research projects together, and I think that we can feel better about the job that we're doing as professors. So yeah, I really think it'd be very valuable to all faculty at SDSU to have much smaller classes if at all possible.
Knelt to pray today, but no one was listening anymore. Do I need to fade away or stay here laying down on the floor? I want to know if you be the shoulder that I need. I want to go, so take me to Neverland.